Oh my. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Cassidy just gave me a weird mental image of Voldemort and Raven having a dance party. If you don't know who Raven is, you can Google her. You all know who Voldemort is. Anyway, so, I was gonna do something really awesome for this video, because I went through a phase last month where I did nothing but was just like, hey guys, it's Wednesday. But my plan kind of fell through today. I was gonna do something where I did a rejected Super Bowl commercial, and it was gonna be all Doctor Who and stuff, and I was excited. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, I forgot that it was Wednesday, so I don't have that planned. So instead, I was kind of gonna just talk about why they decided that Pluto isn't a planet anymore. So here's the deal about Pluto, and I'm literally reading an article that's on the other side of my screen right now. It was discovered in 1930 by somebody named Clyde W. Tombaugh. I don't know. He was 22 when he discovered it, and they're like, oh, we know there's a ninth planet out there. We call it Planet X. And then they found it, and they're like, oh my gosh, it really exists. And Maggie, Katie, all you Anglophiles will like this. It was named by an 11-year-old girl who lived in Oxford, England. It was named Pluto after the god of the underworld, obviously not over the Disney character. And so that's how it got its name. That's how it was discovered. That's how we got 9 planets. But then they found other stuff out there, and as they got better telescopes, they were like, Pluto's not the only thing out there. It's just the first thing we saw. There's all this stuff out there. It's called the Kuiper Belt, and it's out past Neptune. All of these objects. It's not just Pluto. And so, you know, Pluto is just one of those Kuiper objects, and they're like, okay, well, there's other stuff out there, but Pluto's still the biggest, right? So they weren't sure about the mass of Pluto until they discovered its moon in 1978, or I don't know, that the date is 1978. And so that gave them something to measure the mass of it by. And they knew it was small. You know, it's Pluto. We talk about Pluto being teeny tiny. But, you know, it was bigger than anything else that we found out there. And so they're like, well, you know, it's still a planet even though it's a little bitty tiny. But actually not. Because in 2005, they found Eris, which is actually 27% bigger than Pluto. See, I've written a song about this, so I know. Eris is 27% bigger than Pluto, and it's covered in methane ice. And so when they found it, they were like, uh-oh, we either have to have 10 planets, or we have to have 8, and they started discovering more and more things that were more like Pluto and Eris, so it was either we were going to have a lot of planets, or we were going to have to cut it down by 1 and make a new classification. So they took a vote, and they decided that in order to qualify to be a planet, it needed to have 3 things. First, it needed to orbit the sun. Pluto does that. Eris does that. Lots of things do that. I mean, the sun is like the biggest thing around here, so everything pretty much orbits the sun, I guess. It needs to have enough gravity to pull itself into a spherical shape. Pluto's done that. The third qualification, which is why Pluto's not considered a full-fledged planet, is that it needs to have cleared the neighborhood around it. You know, so, you know, like we don't have tons of other objects floating around in our orbit around with us. But Pluto is part of this Kuiper Belt. There's objects everywhere, and so it hasn't cleared its neighborhood. Therefore, it's not a planet, it's a dwarf planet. I hate mornings! I hate mornings so much, just so you know. Call the school! Tell them I died. Definitely cherry, and definitely unicorns. So yeah, I'll see you guys, and guess what? I has made another video!